Welcome, Aquarius. This is the Six of Cups I pulled for you for this full moon in Gemini, occurring on the 15th of December. The Six of Cups is describing a way that you are recapturing the joy, the pleasure, the imaginative and creative potential of your gift. How good it feels to be gifted and to exercise that without judgment, without an agenda. And it's reminding you of favorable, positive memories, perhaps someone who influenced you regarding your specific gift or who recognized your gift early on in your life, someone who appreciated you for that talent. This is also an opportunity or a connection that is reminding you to find that joy again, not simply because of the privilege of having a particular talent or skill, but the way in which it makes you feel that you're deserving of the rewards of joy, of pleasure, that this is the motivation, or certainly one of the key blessings of having a gift at all and being privileged enough to exercise it, having the opportunity to exercise it in some way. I'm Regina from Pacific Tarot. I'm doing this full moon in Gemini reading for you. It is a general reading and will not be relevant or resonant for everyone. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below, where I'm featuring a half-off sale through the end of the year. In the 10th house, the way others see you, the way that you identify socially, you have undergone a massive transformation. Perhaps your community, your professional community, your world, your neighborhood, your arena has not seen you in the guise that is emerging. You perhaps have resisted, released, surrendered to an old way of doing things. You have stood up against the status quo, not simply the expectations of you, but also the very beliefs those expectations were founded upon. You've cleared those away, and those are things that really weighed you down. They eclipsed your ability to accept your unique qualities, your unique gifts. The joy of those gifts has been oppressed in some way, or certainly repressed. And you're now making space for a rebirth that you are experiencing. You've been hearing this for a while, Aquarius, with Pluto moving recently into your sign for the next 20 years, never to return to Capricorn in our lifetimes again. This is absolutely swinging open the gates of your greatest intuitive skills and insights. You have a global, transformational, transnational foresight and ability to collect information from unseen resources that are not always available to others. And you are suddenly opening up. You've cleared away space for that specifically, and this can relate to your individual industry or professional world in a way that clears the deck for you to innovate, to begin something that is not hooked to the traditions or the social mores of your particular field of activity. So you are about coming from a place of your own desire, your own vision, and taking steps to implement that. In the first house, the Knight of Cups, this is your perspective. You're doing this with love. You're doing this because you've now reconnected with the tremendous love, pleasure, joy of your talent. You are seeing yourself as loving in a way that perhaps you were more closely aligned with your other rulership, not Uranus, but Saturn, which has been influenced by Pluto having transited through Capricorn for 17-ish years. And that really focused on the traditions that were shifting, the belief system that held us accountable to and in conformity to a set of principles or that no longer serve us. And you are freeing yourself from that mindset, but also seeing yourself in a way that is different from how you may have allowed yourself to be groomed or conditioned. You're now seeing that you're leading from your heart, from your gifts. And that's where the gifts find their greatest exercises, in this place of understanding and pursuing the direction of your desire. In the fourth house of your home, your history, your family, the Five of Wands has you working as part of a team, really changing the way that your foundational community, your family, or your professional team works together. How you solve problems is being transformed intentionally. This is about moving away from the old hierarchy of authority and moving towards a more collaborative model where you surround yourself and are surrounded by peers, collaborators. It doesn't mean that everyone is exactly equal, but everyone has equal value. Everyone has the right to work from their strength, and in your acknowledgement of that, having experienced a place where your strength may or may not have been valued or may have been exploited, you understand how much more successful the team can be, the effort can be, when everyone participates with a stake in what we call stakeholders, right? That everyone can claim credit for the success, understanding that everyone is free to participate and as a leader, as an expert in their realm, and can sit back and learn from other experts as appropriate. But this is really challenging the way that you work and the way that you understand success can be most healthy. It's the way that you're working, not simply what you're working towards. In the seventh house, the house of significant others, you have the Five of Cups. And because you are learning to be valued, to value yourself, to open up your heart, to put forward your feelings and emotions, to consider your feelings and emotions, which contain your creative and imaginative powers. You are recognizing and appreciating the challenges that you've overcome, the way in which you have failed in the past or been disappointed by others is really about not having recognized the lessons or the value of those experiences. And now that you're in a position of understanding that you couldn't be where you were if you hadn't had those experiences. We often understand that we learn things best when we're challenged, not when things are easily given to us. That is the whole basis of a challenge being the most creative aspect, the square being the most creative aspect because it's one of irritation, right? And you have to solve a problem. In that way, you are appreciative of the disappointments and failures and have re-evaluated those as being lessons learned for which you are grateful for where you are. You now have the wholeness of self to approach your opportunities from a place of absolute desire, clear-headedness, clear-heartedness, full acknowledgement of who you are as a value. I'm going to pull an oracle card and hope that this reading is resonating for you so far, Aquarius. If so, please like this video, please share this with others, and please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I pulled the happiness card. I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. Wow, what a concept. I'm saying that a little bit flip because, like Capricorns, you share a Saturn rulership. Saturn kind of is all about the responsibility. The taskmaster makes each step one of challenge and effort and learning, and nothing comes easy. And it's hard to value happiness when that is the mindset that you have conformed to, many of you, for much of your life. This is the way things should be done. And having done that, and oftentimes not being happy with the results, this idea that being happy means that you're doing the right thing is still a growth curve. It's still an adjustment. It's still something you're getting used to. But it is an indication that you are choosing happiness. It is a choice, and this is the power of being happy. It's something you're taking full responsibility for. It didn't just happen. It didn't just land on you. In the first house, the Knight of Cups is clarified by the star. Some would say that this is one of your cards, certainly. Many people associate the star with the sign Aquarius. And I see this as being your North Star, your vision that continues to grow and unfold as we do, as being essentially integrated into every aspect of your life consciously. You're looking at the principles and values that you have, the better world that you envision, the better you that you strive to be, as something that has to be integrated into every aspect of your life. It is always before you, and this is a beautiful card of inspiration, of hope, of knowing that no matter how things look, we can choose to be happy. We can choose to be better. I love this for you. In the fourth house, the Five of Wands is clarified by the Three of Cups. In putting together this new way of working overall, as committing to your relationships as an effort of problem solving, with the intention to solve problems, to improve upon the way you interact. The Three of Cups is really showing how much emotional support you have, how much creative support you have, how much this lifts up your creativity, knowing that your efforts contribute to a community in which everyone shares resources, and it occurs in a safe space that all are included and protected by assuming good intentions. And that is an important principle to you that you feel grounds you in your efforts. In the seventh house, the Five of Cups is clarified by the Queen of Swords. And here you are, bringing a lot of clarity to any assessment of the disappointments you've endured. It can be particular to significant relationships, which means for most of us, family and loved ones. This can be your better half, your romantic relationship. The Queen of Swords shows a kind of openness to new ideas, to discussion, a commitment to communication, better communication, effective communication in your relationships. It's also a determination that anything can be worked out as long as there is an openness in that effort to communicate and to learn from one another. In the 10th house, the Death card is clarified by the Knight of Cups again. So this is showing up to show that you're moving out of a transformation, not flattened, not defeated, not exhausted, but renewed through your openness of heart, renewed through your renewal of your creative and imaginative gifts, the renewal of your trust and faith in yourself, and your ability to move forward from a place of loving intent. I'm going to finish this reading, Aquarius, with a flora and fauna of Africa, my homage to the motherland and to Mother Earth. And I have the crowned golden bat, or the golden crowned bat, and the key word is rebirth. A major transition is underway. The new situation may require some sacrifices, but it will be worth it. And the beautiful flower featured here is the dogwood tree. Thank you, Aquarius, for this beautiful message. If you're interested in more content like this, there should be a message popping up on either side of my head for your continued enjoyment. Thank you so much. Namaste.